morning friends, welcome back. In last lecture, I told you about the image formation in spherical mirrors and we were discussing about image formation by concave mirror. Till now, we have discussed three cases of it. I'll just give you a quick review of it. What was that? If the object was placed at infinity, then the image will be formed at focus. Is it clear? Now, another position was when the object is brought nearer to the mirror, that is beyond C, then image formation was done at between C and F. Is it clear? And the third one was if the object is placed at C, then image is formed at C only. One more thing what we observed was, as we bring the mirror or the object towards the mirror, the size of the image formed is increasing and it is shifting away from the mirror. Got it? Today we will discuss the fourth position when the object is placed between C and F. So, look at it. First of all, I'll make a straight line, then using a compass, I'll make an arc of 10 or 8 centimeters. Clear? Then, I'll just mark half of it, focus. Got it? Now, the object is placed between C and F. This is fourth position. Object between C and F. Got it? So, we'll use rule number 1, a ray going parallel, another ray, and you'll observe that these rays after reflection are meeting beyond C. Have you ever noticed? Look at it. C and F here, the object is placed here and the image is formed beyond C. Now, if I want to write the nature of the image, what are those? Real. Why real? Because they are actually meeting after reflection. Then inverted, because any image which is real, it will be inverted only, and enlarged. As we can see that these rays are meeting at this point, and when we join it, the size of the image is more than the size of the object. Got it? Now, which two rules we have used here? I'll just write it for you. Rule number 1 and rule number 2. Rule 1 says that a ray parallel to principal axis will pass through focus, and any ray which passes through focus will become parallel after reflection. And wherever they meet, they'll form the image. Am I clear? Okay. Now, we move on the next position. When the object is placed at F or focus. Now, in this case, if object is placed here, we'll take a smaller object here. One ray will go parallel to principal axis and pass through focus. Sorry, this is the object is placed at focus, one ray will go here and it will pass through focus like this. Another ray will pass through center of curvature touching the image. Is it clear? Now, we see that these rays will never ever meet. And if they meet, that point is known as infinity. So, I can say that image is formed at infinity. Clear? Now, what is the nature of image? It will be real, inverted, and highly enlarged. Got it? Now, there is a very big significant use of this position of image. I tell you how. These are used in headlights of vehicles. These are used in headlights of vehicles because the bulb is placed at focus. You must have seen in headlights, when we open the headlight, it has the curved surface which is polished from here and it appears like a mirror. The bulb is placed at this point. So, when these rays go like this, they are converged on the road because we need that light, that portion of light, that focus of light in front of the vehicle so that we can see the road properly. Hence, these mirrors are used in headlights of the car or vehicle or any bike or anything. Is it clear? Now, I'll move on to the next position. Next position is very interesting. See, here when object is between F and P, that is pole. Students, in this case, we need to take just one small precaution. That object has to be very small. Okay, I'll write it for you. HO, very small. Now, what we'll do? One of the ray will go obliquely here and it will come like this. This is angle I, this is angle R. We will stretch back it like this. Okay? Now, next ray will be passed through object and center of curvature and we'll stretch it back till behind. So, now the image formed is inside the mirror or behind the mirror. And remember, whenever image is formed behind the mirror, it is always virtual. That means it cannot be obtained on screen. This particular image will be seen just here, inside the mirror only. I'll be never able to obtain it on screen. Now, if it is virtual, then definitely it is going to be erect. And as I've seen that if I make it in this way, then object size is large enough. Object size is large enough. You must be noticing, okay, then what are the uses? What is the good use of it? So I'll just write it. Uses. It is used by dentists. You must have seen that instrument of doctor. It looks like this, which has a mirror on this part. So he inserts this into our mouth to obtain the image of the any cavity or the corroded teeth, and the image formed is enlarged, plus it is erect. If it is not erect, then it won't be convenient for him to see it. So it is used by dentist and used as makeup mirrors. Is it clear? Now, something very important. I mentioned earlier that height of the object must be very small. You know why? If I make a larger object here, then these rays will meet very far away from the mirror, and it is quite possible that it might not meet at point of your page on which you are making it. So it's a wastage of time to make again. That's why I told you to just write it. Please note it down right now. I hope you have noted down all these important things. Now I'll tell you a summary of this diagram. See, students, if the object was placed at infinity, then the image was formed at focus. This brown color or grey color is for image formation, and this yellow color is for object placed position. Now, I will come nearer to this, and if I place an object here beyond C, then the image is formed between C and F, which is of course smaller than the object. Got it? If the object is placed at center of curvature, then the image is also formed at center of curvature, that too of same size of the object. Okay? As I'll move ahead, if the object is placed here between C and F, then image will be formed beyond C and it will be larger. Got it? Now, if the object is placed at focus, then the image is formed at infinity. So, the next diagram, if the object is placed between F and P, then image is formed right here, which is virtual and erect, So, you just observe that how the position of object changes and how the image formed increases in its height and it moves like this only. Am I clear? Now, from this we come to know that there are 5 positions. There are 5 positions when image formed is real and inverted, and only one position when it is virtual and erect. You must have seen this, how it is going. I hope you have got this thing. Please note it down right now. So, till now what we have observed is image formation by concave mirror. Now I will tell you about convex mirror. See, we know that convex mirror is also known as diverging mirror. Why do we call it diverging mirror? Because it diverges the light. Like if I want to take the image of an object which is placed at infinity, then the rays will be coming parallel to principal axis and they will reflect back in this way, giving it a diverging view, or they are divergent. Why? Because they appear as if coming from focus. Am I clear? Now, next thing, if I want to see that object is placed nearer to it, okay, now the object is placed here. What happens in this case? A ray which is parallel to principal axis will diverge and appear as if coming from focus. Another ray wherever they meet, they will form virtual, erect and smaller image. Now, do you have any idea where this technology or this specific principle can be used? I'll tell you. You must have seen rear view mirrors. What happens in case of rear view mirrors? That where they are used, rear view mirrors are used in vehicles to see backside traffic. When you're moving ahead, then you must have seen the rear view mirrors, on the either side of driver. So why do we need them? They basically provide the view from the back side of the traffic, so that whenever we need to take a turn and we need to look first whether someone is coming or not. So that's why we use it. I would like to ask you one question. What will happen if I use a plain mirror instead of this mirror? See, rear view mirror need wider field of view. Reason being, such a small mirror kept there, it has to take all the images or a big view of that backside, so that driver can see whatever vehicle or any kind of thing, any kind of obstacle, it can be seen behind. Suppose he wants to take a turn on right side. So first he or she needs to have a look at that mirror, whether no one is coming on either of the sides, so that no accident can happen. Now, I was telling you, why cannot we use plain mirror? If we use a plane mirror, suppose I am watching from here, so the light rays will come and move like this. If this is principle, light rays will come and move like this. What if it is a mirror like this, and that is convex mirror? So here the light rays will come from this side and they will move like this if I am watching it from here, and again from this side and moving like this, and the image is formed here. Got it? So what is the difference now? Here it is giving only view of this part, but in this case we can see that it is providing the wider view. We call it wider view. Hence it is convenient for a driver to ride the car, vehicle, or whatever he is driving. So till now what we have learned is formation of images through various spherical mirrors. Students, if you make them very properly and you practice them hard, I assure you that when you will start doing your numericals, it will be very easy for you, because when we read the question, a diagram should be there in our mind so that we come to know what could be the answer. So in next class, I'll be starting with you with numerical part of this portion. Have a nice day.